since we're already so far in this game here with the bill passing in less than 10 days, if he doesn't sign it, it's going to become a law.
To clarify the bill, okay, all we did was say we are willing in this state to address our spent nuclear fuel. That's all the bill said. Not anybody else's, just ours on site. It's one of the steps of the 100 steps you guys brought up the other night. This is just putting on notice to the NRC that Montana says we will take care of addressing our spent nuclear fuel. That's all the bill does.
It seems to me that, these things kind of would have been first prior to organizing and publishing and getting any of this other stuff,
No, because you have to send out the signals to the NRC that says, okay, we can move to the next step in the 100-step process, or how many I think actually there are. And so all that is one of the first steps that says, all right, we can move forward. If that hadn't passed, then it says to Northwestern, it's not an option, go to South Dakota.
It just kind of seems like we're doing things a bit backwards here, where we pass legislation and then come to the community.
Not at all.
Who is this speaking? That is Montana House of Representatives District 35 incumbent Gary Parry. He was talking about HB 623. This legislation allows the creation of nuclear storage site and is true. However, House of Representatives Jade Sooktis is referring to HB 273. Gary is trying to argue HB 623 because HB 273 is a completely different animal. If I was Gary, I'd switch them around too. This HB 273 is not just a simple and that is not all it says. Gary forgot that this legislation eliminates restrictions on nuclear development and repealed the requirement of voter approval. Gary, what is up? You're acting like you're in tribal politics. Isn't that convenient for getting to the next step, Gary? This included the most basic steps, like telling the tribe, or anyone for that matter. District 35 is only a stone's throw away from the Northern Cheyenne reservation. In fact, they border you right next door. Why would Gary do this, you ask, on the House floor? He was asked this, and he conveyed that it would halt progression. Slow the process down. Come, Gary, the tribe stays compliant with state, federal, and tribal laws. Gary can just cut all that out and go around the tribe. That would mean we could start going around the state. I love when president is set. For the tribes, it's off to the races or the courthouse. If government-to-government meeting are essential for healthy government relations. Gary, how important are your neighbors to the south? Right along your southern border? Ignoring them sends a very clear message. Denying them a seat at the table is cowardly and is not right. If there is an emergency at the project site, it will infringe on tribal sovereignty. Starting a fight with a neighbor is never a good idea. Building bridges and holding hands together will make us stronger and is a much better idea. After all, Gary, 40% of the kids that go to colstrip school and a large portion of the mine. Workers you're trying to save are Northern Cheyenne. I also believe we make up for a good size minority of the city of colstrip as well. Gary, you're a legislature. Start legislating. Work with us, not against us. We are ready to work with you and everyone in colstrip and help build that bridge.